Hi everyone, good afternoon. So, can you see my screen and can you hear me? I think yes, you can, right? So, I think we can start our class. It's 1:06 p.m. already. So now I'm sharing my our practical list. Like I said, for this course, we will do the practical test on this link. This is all clickable link. It's not a broken link. So if you did your practical last week, which is practical one, okay, you should know what's the pattern of this practical. So this is all the link to Android Studio for the practical. So last week we just started with the first interface, first page, which is hello world, only one page. Okay, so last week was like the introduction using the Android Studio. Okay, so this week, this is what we are going to proceed this week. Okay, so for this practical, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to explain this three part here and I will let you do. Okay, actually, if you already, here's my, yeah, this is my, you guys can click right to the link. You know how to click to the link, just click on control and click to the link. Copy. Yes, some of you. Give me a moment, let me copy for you guys. Yeah, so this is all the link from the practical list. Okay, so today you should try to complete this one. I don't expect you to complete all of these three, but you may continue after the class because I am aware, like my machine, it's quite slow, but I still completed my practical. So if you just refer to this link by right, you shouldn't have any problem. So let's go with the first 2.1. Okay, so yeah, this one is the 2.1. Okay, so for Android Studio, there's two, Java and Kotlin. Okay, you can select the language Java and Kotlin. So for this one, you are going to use Kotlin. But if you're familiar with Java too, actually you can use Java. But the instruction, all the step here is in Kotlin. Okay, so this one is the introduction. Okay, by right, if you did the last week practical, the hello world, you should familiar with the at least this patch. Okay, but don't worry, this is what you're going to do on 2.1. That about me, sorry, the about me page. Okay, so this is what you're going to create. This name, this icon, and some scrolling function. Okay, so this one is just a new project. This one, create the about me project. This one is same with what you did last week on the hello world. If you remember, just create, and this one is just the attribute. Like I said, Kotlin. In the, if I'm not mistaken, in the drop down, you can choose Java. You can choose Java, but that one is not in this step by step. Okay, so you need to choose Kotlin here, the drop down here, language, and then you just click on finish. So by right, your apps should display this one. Okay, the header without the content yet, only the hello world. Okay, but this is not our targeted layout. Okay, in this app, in this practical, you're going to write something about me. So yeah, okay. So this one is your layout. Okay, so your layout. Okay, so under your view group, you need to change the code. Okay, so in a linear layout view group, the UI elements are arranged either horizontal or vertical. This one is the common one. It's either in horizontal or vertical. So this one is the layout interface. Sorry, layout example. This is should be your layout in horizontal, and this is should be your layout for vertical. Okay, so this is the path. Okay, this one is on the left side of your console. The project, you click on project and right and follow this path. Okay, just follow this path and then click on this one, the activity file or the XML. Okay, so select the text tab and change the root. Okay, this is where you're going to remove. Actually, you can copy paste this one. I mean, copy paste the code here because I did. So change this part. So this is your original code script. Sorry, this is your original script. You need to change into this script from text view here, change into this linear layout, all of this. Okay, if you only change this part, it will return an error. So you need to change all of this into this one. Then you click on next. Okay, so next you are going to drop this text view field. Okay, text view field. This one is under the layout editor. Okay, how to use this one? This one you just click and you just drop. First, you just click on text view and you drop. Okay, so here you can see you have this console editor part where you can edit this text view just now. Okay, so this one you can try to play and see what's the result. This one is like normal editor where you change the font, the size, the wording, it will reflect. And then this one is the explanation design editor, the toolbar, the palette, attributes, and component tree. Okay, so this one is on how to add the text view, like I said just now. It's a drag and drop function. However, you still can edit. So this is the path. Just follow this path. By right, you should be able to see this text tab. Okay, so this switch to the text tab and inspect the code. This one under the code console. So the code has a linear layout and a group. So this one is the layout. Like I said, you can edit the attribute, the height, the width, and the orientation. So this one, drag a text view from palette pen onto the design editor. Like I said, just drag and you drop. Okay, so notice the component tree pen. The next text view is placed as a child element of a parent view group under here. This one is at the top. It's not at the bottom. Yeah, under the panel of the element, you may see this one. Okay. The text view is the child to this linear layout. Text view under the linear layout. So open the attribute and then you may set to this one. Okay, the size here, it's up to you actually if you want to choose. Okay, like I said, this one you can try and yeah, you can try it. And then create a string resources. This one you need to, okay, you will see this notification. It's not a notification. Warning, warning sign, warning icon. So this one you need to edit some part or you need to resolve. Okay, you just follow this step. This is a correct step. And then you need to declare the string. And then you will, this one is auto edit. You don't have to go into this patch. This one is auto edit. Once you already click on OK, it will edit in this patch. And then create a dimension resources. Okay, so you just follow this path and then follow all the setting here. And then go to this path again. And this one is auto edit too. You don't have to key in this script. Okay, so you just follow this step. This one too, it's already there. And then here's the explanation. Okay. This part is where you do the padding. Okay, this one you can try. Padding is the space. If you remember in our lecture, padding is the space between the line. Okay, so if you don't add this padding, you cannot see your, for example, you cannot see the name. Okay, so under padding here, we have this top, bottom, left, and right. Okay, this one is the common one, top, bottom, left, and right. The size, the space from the bottom, top, left, and right. Okay, same with this one, margin, margin top, margin bottom. This one is one of the function. Okay, so this one is add padding. So if you don't add the padding, you cannot see your, just now you need to create your name, right? You cannot see your name if you don't add this one, if you didn't add this one. And this one is the margin, the font. Okay, you may click at this part and then extract the style. Style is like the this one. Okay, you have this pop-up window. So this one is the layout, padding, text color, size, like the cosmetic of the layout. Cosmetic is how they present the layout. So, okay, this one is the one I said just now. If you didn't add the padding, this one, cannot, the name here will be behind this about me. So you cannot see. Actually, this is already there, but since you didn't add the padding, it will be here. So it will be blocked by this one. You may try, sorry, you need to add the padding. Mine, I think I use 40 XP. 40 XP is it? Yeah, 40 something, and then I can view the name here. Okay, that one is up to the name without the icon. Sorry, the image. So this one you want to add image under the name, under your name. Okay, so you may follow this step. This is a step by step with instruction. You just need to follow this step. So you should add one icon here under your name. Okay, this one is the script. Okay, you may refer to this letter, and then this one is the rename. Okay, you may refer to this one too, and then this one is the design tab. You still see this one. Okay, so you need to resolve this one. You need to resolve first. And then under the resource dialog, new resource, new stream value. This one is more or less like the previous one just now, resolve the warning. And then, okay, this one is the scroll view. Like I said, this practical is for you to produce one page with your name, first your name, the icon, and the scroll function. So you need to add this scroll function. Okay, so you just follow this step. So this is how you want to add the scroll view that contain your text. Okay, open this file again under the design tab, drag a scroll view into the layout. This one you just drag, okay, into the component tree and view below the star image. So switch to the text tab to inspect. This one you need to click on the code tab. Okay, you don't have to do anything, you just need to inspect. It's like you review the code. So the head, this one is the head, the name, image. Okay, you may check on this one and then add the ID to the scroll view. Okay, and then add the ID to the scroll view. This one is still under scroll view. You just follow this step up to this one actually. Next is add your biography to the next text view. So just now you already include at the scroll function. Now add your biography. It's like the wording. So this is your biography. This one is, yeah, this one you can write anything. Make sure it is long enough so that you can see the scroll function. If it is not long enough, there's nothing to scroll. Okay, you may copy this one if you want to, or you can create your own bio. Okay, so this one is the bio text. You may, this one you may play with this, see what is the different, the result. Okay, so by right, this is your result for practical 2.1. So remember, the first one is your name, this icon, and then add this scroll button, and then add your bio. Like I said, make sure your bio is long enough. If not, you cannot see this scroll function. There won't be any use. Okay, so that one is for 2.1. I did this one, you just need to follow the introduction. So that one is for the first part. So for the first part, 2.1, is there any question before I let you guys to do? If no question, can you raise your hand? Thank you. So I will let you the 2.1 first, and then later we'll go to see 2.2. You just need to follow the instruction. If you have question, you may ask me. Okay, so you may do your work. Hi, for the practical 2.1 just now, is there any question or any part that you stuck? Or you guys are still doing it? If you guys are still doing it, can you please raise your hand so I know that you are there? Okay. So around 2 p.m., I'm going to explain on this second 2.2. Like I said, it's okay because I am aware that you may not finish this practical in class. However, I still need to finish. So I need to explain for 2.2 and 2.3 as well. So around 2 p.m., I'm going to explain the 2.2. So if you have question for 2.1, you may ask me. Hi, so, well, hi Noel. So I'm going to explain for 2.2. Okay, as you can see in my screen, okay, add user interactivity. So before we go to this practical, okay, let me explain. For interactivity, we have usually we have two type of interactivity. The first one is from, here we are using mobile application. So the first one is from the mobile application to the user, and then second is from the user to the mobile application. So, okay, for the first situation is, sorry, for the first explanation just now is from mobile application to the user, is usually the mobile application will display the information. Okay, they just return message to the user. So for this practical, this is user interactivity, is on how the user can interact with the mobile application by key in the any requested data. So for this one, they are going to ask for the nickname. Okay, so add user interactivity. So this one is what should you already know. So you already create a basic Android app in Kotlin running, and then creating linear layout. This one is from the 2.1 just now. It's okay if you haven't finished. Like I said, you can take your time. And then creating a simple app. This one is linear layout, text view, and scroll view. The scroll function just now. But for the scroll view function, like I said, you need to make sure the 2.1 they're using bio, all the information is long enough so that they can scroll. So this is what you're going to learn in this 2.2, the edit text view. Edit text view is what we are going to use to get input, okay, as the interaction platform between the user and the mobile application. And then how to set text to text view using text from the edit text, how to work with view and view group, and how to change the visibility of a view. So what you'll do is add interactivity to the About Me apps. Okay, add interactivity is using the field, getting input from user, and then add and edit text so that the user can enter text. Okay, the one I mentioned just now, so that the user can key in any input to the mobile application, and add a button and implement its click handler button. Once your user already key in, we need to implement a button to send. Okay, so this is what we're going to do in 2.2. Okay, this one is the sample. For 2.2, just now in 2.1, you don't have this one, this field. What is your nickname? You don't have this one and this button done. Okay, so this is where the interaction is going to occur, where the user is going to key in the input. Here is nickname, and this button we need to implement. Okay, so this one is the result one the user already clicked done. You guys can hear me, right? Can you raise your hand if you can hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, so let me proceed. Okay, so add and edit text for input text. Input, like I said, we're going to get input from the user for the interaction. So we're going to use this edit text. Okay, you add and edit text input field, okay, to enter the input. So this one is from the previous app, 2.1, the About Me app. Okay, so currently on 2.1, you have it's one-way interaction. That's mean from the application to the user. That's mean the application only display information here. The application only display information to the user. The user cannot interact with the application for 2.1. Notice that the user can't change any of the text because this is what we call as a hard code text. Okay, the user cannot change anything. So this one is the field. Okay, edit text. That means this is what the user are going to use to key in the input into the application. Okay, so you need to add this one. Okay, edit text, subclass of text view, subclass of text view. Okay, this edit text button function is under the text view function. Okay, so again, you need to go to dispatch the activity and this command file .xml file under the design tab. This one is the pen. Okay, palette pen. Click on text. Okay, click on text and then find the edit text. Okay, multiple edit text view. So in this pen, notice how the icon text view shows the letter A, B with no underscoring. Okay, and then however show A, B underscore, the underscore indicate that the view is editable. Okay, the function of underscore in this view, sorry, in this pen is to edit, to allow the edit. So for each of the edit, Android sets different attribute appropriate soft input. Okay, such as an on-screen keyboard. On-screen keyboard, this is to allow the user uh, key in, they pop up a keyboard. So again, you need to drag. This is the drag and drop technique. Okay, so this one should be under the name text. Here, this one is the parent. The parent to edit text here is the name text. And above the star image. Okay, you just follow the arrangement for this one. Okay, so use the attribute pen to set this attribute. So you may check this value for each of these attribute. Okay, so now you already set this one, the edit text. You already have this one under this icon. This is not icon. Under this image. Icon, they have function. This one, it's only literally an image, not an icon. So this one is an image. Okay, so above the start image, you can see an edit text. Okay, with the, sorry, with default text, which is name. Okay, so you already have this function. Sorry, then style your edit text. Okay, first you can add this hint text. Hint text is referring to the, usually in a field when you want to fill a form, in the field FILD, they have like a hint. The hint is usually at the background with gray color. Okay, so add hint text. So this one is very important so that the user know what they need to key in at that particular field. So here add a string file. So this one is the string. What is your nickname? Like I said just now, it is a good practice. So it is quite important for you to add the hint so that the user know what they should key in into the field. Okay, so this one is the attribute for the edit text. And then set the input type attribute. This one is like the, when you want to set the DB. Okay, so this one you may click. Okay, this one is actually you can try. Okay, this one you may try. So if like, of course, because this one is we're going to get the input in them, so that is not appropriate for them. URL, of course, autocorrect, no. So you may check whatever you think appropriate for the name. Okay, you may try actually. So that means if the user key in other than the input that you already set in here, it will reject the input from the user. Okay, for password, use the test password value to text field hide the user input. Okay, this one is another function. Mask the mask. Mask is under the password. Hide the password. So for phone number, accept only number, digit, integer. Okay, and then set the input type of the nickname field. So here we just read this one, and this one is the attribute. And then add a button. So just now you already add the text. Now you need to have a button so that once the user already key in, because currently from step number 4, they only key in, they cannot send the information, sorry, the input. Okay, so button is one of the element already explained in lecture. So this is example of button, done or submit. It's only the wording. So how to add button? Again, it is okay. So you just need to go to this element and then click on button, find the button. Okay, drag a button from the palette and into the component tree. Okay, so currently you have this name text, the nickname edit, and put this button after nickname before the image of star. Okay, and then create a new string. This one is the attribute, and this one is the layout. Okay, one of the predefined layout. So this one is the color. So change style, you may choose any color here. This one is, I think in this, today in our lecture, I mentioned about RGB, right? I'm not sure if you already, if you have course that touch the RGB. So this is the example of the code. RGB is the code, it's not coding. No, RGB is not coding. RGB is like the code for the color. Okay, they have code. So yeah, I don't remember all. I never memorized any of the RGB. However, this one is the code of the RGB. You may Google the RGB code that you think appropriate for the done send button. Not necessarily this one. Okay, this one you can Google actually, the RGB, search for RGB. Red, green, blue. Yeah, and then style the done button. Okay, so this one is on the cosmetic of the button. Okay, so the button, this one is my button just now. Okay, and then change the color resource, this one, corresponding to the HEX code. And then this one is your button already added to your layout. And then add a text view to display the nickname. Okay, display the nickname. This one is once the user already click on done or send button, done or send button, they should display whatever the input that the user send, they should retrieve. Add a text view function for the nickname. So change the visibility of the text view, visible, make it true. Is it visibility? Con. Oh, okay. So visible, invisible, con. So hides the view. So in this attribute pan, set the ability of the nickname to the last one, con. Okay. So once the user already click on done, then only this text view will appear. Yeah, so this one is the XML code. This one is auto-generated actually, but again, you can edit the value. Value is this one. Whatever inside the double quote, we call it as value. Okay, so your layout should look something like this. So this one is your name. This one is the input field. This one is the button, action button. So once the user already key in and click on this send button, they should return the name. However, of course, the button, they have a click listener. Okay, so click listener has generically the format where the pass in view, the view that receive the click or tap. So you can attach this function to the button click. Okay, button click, the send button just now in two ways. Okay, two method. Okay, this one we have seen this one in our lecture. Not I remember this part. On click function. It means they're going to return something once the user already click on that particular button, or you can use this function on grab by calling set on click listener. So two method. So once you already once you already add that function to the button just now, okay, your click listener function add nickname. That means, like I said, once the user already sent, they're going to retrieve the input from the user. So get the text. This is the flow. Get the text from the nickname edit, set the text in the nickname set, and hide the edit text button. Display the nickname of the text view. Basically, this is the flow. Look like simple, but each of these points they have their own process. Okay, get the text, set the text, hide the field and the button, and display. Okay, so this one is the step on how to click the listener function just now. You may refer to the step and then attach the click listener to the done button so that it will work when the user click on the done or send button. Okay, so this one is your output. Okay, based on the flow just now. This one is the field. Get input from the user and then have attach the function to this button. So once the user click on this button, these two field will disappear and display or return this input to the user. And then hide the keyboard. I think this one is like the additional function to hide the keyboard. Okay, hide the keyboard after the user taps on the done button. Okay, you may refer to this script to hide the keyboard. Yeah, this is the script to hide the keyboard. Okay, there's no way for the user to change the nickname after they edit the done button. Okay, for this particular layout, there's no way. But actually, if we explore, there is a function. I know because the logic, yes, we can do so if we have the button. But for this one, is only to send information and to retrieve, not to edit the function. Okay, and then listener to the nickname, the text view. Click the listener. Again, listener is for the function. So here is your output. And then set the focus to edit text view and show the keyboard. This one just now. Now go show it to a friend. Okay, so that's the last step. Okay, basically on your last step for this 2.2 is they're going to show this one and hide this field and this button as well. And the keyboard, three things they need to hide. This is your last layout. Yes, so that's 2.2. User interactivity from the user to your mobile application. Okay, so for 2.2, again, I'm going to let you do the practical. So if you have question, you may ask me. Is that okay with you guys? Do you have question?
Miss, for the whole code scan, do we use Java or Kotlin?
This one all in Kotlin,
Oh,
the step by
okay.
step. Yeah, but actually, this one in my practical Kotlin, but Android Studio, you may use Java. If you're familiar with Java, you may use Java. But the practical is Kotlin. Can we?
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Hi again. So, yeah, you can hear me, right? So, this one is the last part for today session 2.3. Yes, 2.3. Constraint layout. Okay. So, constraint layout. What is constraint layout? Constraint layout is how you arrange or how you resize your, uh, for example, box or element for UI in your layout. Okay. So here, okay, this one is just the introduction part. So this one is what you should know if you did the practical one, 2.1 and 2.2. Okay, so this is what you're going to learn for 2.3. So how to use constraint layout. So for constraint layout, remember, constraint layout is how you arrange, how you resize the element. How to change a text view background color, how to align, how to create vertical and horizontal. So what you will do is create the color my view app. Okay, so click the handler, the function, add the text view, and add the chain. Chain is like how we're going to link them. This is what we're going to do in this 2.3. Okay, so this one is the overview. Okay, this one is like the introduction part. Okay, the layout. So I leave this part for you to read because this one is just for your information, introduction to the constraint layout. Okay, so this is what you're going to produce. Oh, sorry, what you're going to deploy, not deploy, develop for 2.3. Okay, constraint layout. How are you going to arrange them? How are you going to resize this? Oh yeah, it's that here. So constraint layout allow you how to position and resize them in a flexible way. That means you can play with them. You can place them. So constraint layout allow you to create large complex layout with flat view hierarchy. Okay, so this is a constraint connection alignment between two UI element. UI element, like I said, it can be any field, it can be any button, how you want to navigate them. So it can be in horizontal mode or vertical mode. Okay, so first is create this project. Okay, so this one, and then this one is the attribute, this one is the value as well. You may check this one. This one is to create actually. Create the first time you create. Remember Kotlin. Oh, for your information, because I did this, I tried to use two different language, Kotlin and Java. Make sure if because this practical because this practical is in Kotlin. So if you did try Java on your previous project, make sure you check on this box because they're going to follow the previous language that you use. If you use Kotlin, that's okay. But if you use Java, make sure you change to Kotlin. Okay, so this one is just great. So this one again empty page, like what we got even in practical one with Hello World. And then set up your Android Studio work area again in this page. Okay, this is the page we are going to design. You have this tab, design, code, and split, 3 tab, I remember. So you need to auto connect, turn off in the toolbar. Look at this toggle button, on off function, sorry, on off button. We call it as toggle button. So this is the example. Auto connect is on and off. Okay, this one is the cosmetic, how you want to represent the toolbar. Okay, you may set to 60, but again, it's up to you. Zoom, or for me, if I use, because I tried to design actually, if, let's say, if this is my patch my current layout, if in my patch I only have, for example, 2 or 3 elements, I'll make it bigger so I can see it clearly. But for some layout data, I think this one is for your assignment. For your assignment, if your patch is crowded as in one patch, in one layout, you have too many information, too many buttons, try to reduce the size. If 1 2 button should be okay, but if it is too crowded, then it will be bad UI. Okay, so just click on this wording here, whatever word that you have here, double click, and you should see this panel. I think you know this. You already done the practical one. Okay, this one is the view inspector, and then this one is the margin. Margin, like I mentioned in 2.1, just now, margin padding is the size. Okay, you may try and you may play with this one. Okay, adjust constraint and margin for the text view. I may adjust and see what's the difference. Okay, this one is extract resource. Resources. If I'm not mistaken, this one is 2.12. I don't remember, but yeah, this is the value that you need to set. Okay, this one is the margin again. Start top and end. Set the same. Next is add a font family. Okay, drop down. More font. This one is quite easy. Just select the font, resources, select search for this. Then this one is for the regular, and then add font to the radio button. Okay, so click OK. And then this one is rest of font that contain this folder font file. Okay, this one is your file just now that you already added, and then add the style. So this one is the path you need to follow, and then you may see this one, this script. No, this is not script. This is code. This code. Okay, under this file, and then you may see this one. You can add, you can edit, or you can inspect, and then add a string like what you did in 2.1. This one, yeah, you did already in 2.1, and then finish setting attribute. Okay, so you should already see one element, one UI element for your patch. Next is we're going to link or add the next element. So just now you already have box 1. Okay, add a new text view. You just follow this instruction, same step, and then add constraint to the next view. Constraint. Okay, hold the pointer to the top constraint on the next text view. This one, you have pointer. This one is what we call as pointer. So click the top and drag it up. Okay, so here is the instruction. You just follow this one, and this one again is the margin. Margin, yeah, margin for this one is margin, not padding. Margin. This one is the attribute. Follow this path, and then this one is the name. Just now is box 1, now is box 2. Okay, this one is the attribute with the value. So this is your box 2. So actually for this practical, you need to create 5 boxes. Yes. Okay, so this one is the chain. So what is the function of chain? Chain here, as you can see, the link the element. Okay, basically that's the function of chain. So you may read this one. Okay, basically the function of chain is to link the element. So here is the head of chain. Okay, as you can see, A, B, C. This is your element. Element A, element B, element C. Similar to this one. Okay, this is the style. So for chain style, we have 3, right? Yeah, we have 3. Spread, spread inside and pack. Okay, you may see what is the difference between these three chain style. Okay, this one is the value of your chain just now, which chains that you want to apply. So next is add three text view, the third box, that button. Okay, so now you already see this one, text view for third, fourth, and the box number 5. Okay, not necessary you create up to 5, but however here in this example, they create 5 button. Sorry, it's not button, it's a box. Okay, so here, add 3 text view and create vertical chain, and then create a chain and constraints to the height of the box. This one is the type you may see, horizontal and vertical. Okay, you may try and click and see what's the difference. But this one is only on the arrangement, yeah, position. And then this one, box 3 to box 2, constraint the link, box 5 to the bottoms of box 2, and then the left and right constraint the link. Same goes with this one. Layout weight attribute, this one, you may play with the DP here. You see what is the difference, if they have space or not, and then add the margin. Okay, margin wide and for each of these box. Okay, so this is your current layout with different mode. Okay, landscape and portrait mode. And then click handler to the view. What is click handler? That means they're going to return something, they're going to do something. So in the style.xml, inside the white box here, okay, this one, background color. Okay, you may set to any color. And then when activity.get, this one is one another file. Okay, after the onCreate function, add a function make color. After the onCreate function, add the function, this function. So this one is your function, private fun make color. Okay, so you may refer to this one. Here, this is a step by step. Okay, so this one is your current view after you already finished the step. And then this one is not part of the task, I mean not part of the step, so you may try this one or you can skip. And then add the baseline constraint. Okay, add the baseline constraint. So baseline for the alignment. Okay, this one is the XML. However, I think this one again auto-generated. And then add a text view for the level. In this patch, for anything you want to add, any element, of course, you're going to add into this patch under this tab. Just drag again, drag and drop. Okay, so this one is the wording. Okay, this one is the attribute for the text view. And then the margin again, you may change. And this one is the margin, the cosmetic part. Okay, you just follow this step. This one is the baseline. As you can see, they have example here. And then at the vertical constraint, the link. And then this one is your current edge. So actually, when you do this practical, right, if you, at the end of this practical, if you notice, you should see the expected output. So if you see, if you follow exactly the step, but you don't get the expected output, you need to redo. Yes, because if you just proceed, you won't get the same result again unless you know what you are doing. Okay, so I suggest to you that check the final result with your application. So next is add a chain of button. Okay, how to link the button. So open this file, and then this one is the cosmetic again. This one is the attribute. Set the attribute and create a horizontal chain. Like I said, you have two, horizontal and vertical. For this one, you need to create a horizontal chain. You just follow this step. So this one, click handler to the button. Okay, click handler, that's mean function. So here is again the RGB. You may Google this one. What is the RGB? You may just follow this one. Okay, so this one is the value for the button. So this one is the function set listener. Is it? Yeah, this one is the function for the set listener. And then this one is a function for the color. So this one should be your final output. Yeah, this one should be your final screen. So that's the end of practical 2.3. So I think, like I said, I don't expect you to finish. And for practical, because this one is online class, but I think on week 5 you're going back to face-to-face class. So maybe I'm going to ask you to show to me all the practical. Okay, so I have an advice for you. For practical, make sure you do because you have assignment. I don't have assignment to do, but I did the practical. It's quite easy. You just need to follow the instruction. Okay, so for the practical, do you have question or anything you want to ask from 2.1? Are you even there? Can you raise your hand if no question? So okay, that one is for practical. It's almost 3 p.m. Regarding your assignment, okay, for now, only one group already have discussion with me regarding your assignment. So for your assignment, whatever problem that you encounter, you don't understand the question, you do not know what's the function in your application, for your assignment, you may talk to me. Okay, so if your group didn't set any appointment with me or no discussion with me, I assume everything is okay. Okay, so for your assignment, anything you do not know how to implement anything, basic function, you may ask me. I think almost 3. So yeah, for practical, please do. Okay, important for your assignment. And then again, for your assignment, if you have anything, minor question, you may ask me too. Okay, I don't mind. You can set appointment with me. So I think that's all for our practical session today. So if no question, we may dismiss our class.